You talked a little bit about getting the legislature to help you with policy issues. What are the policy issues that are over there right now that you feel like the General Assembly need to work on, need to pass if you're going to be successful, if the school district's going to be successful and our kids are going to be successful? What should our General Assembly do?
Well, I'll pick out three. There's a number of things that we can do, and there's no silver bullet. You know, there's no one thing that's going to improve education 100%. There are probably 100 things that might improve education 1 or 2 or 3%. But three things that I would ask the support of the General Assembly. One is a strong charter school bill. Charter schools are public schools, but instead of working for the superintendent of the district or working for the school board, they work for a board that's elected by the parents and teachers.
Right.
And they have a specific charter. It could be arts infused or single gender or Montessori or whatever. And I'd like to see a strong charter school bill so that people do have more options and choices in the kind of school they go to. Secondly, I would like to see passage of the Teacher Protection Act so that teachers are able to maintain discipline in the classroom without threat of a frivolous lawsuit from parents. You know, when I was president at Newberry College, we used to say, every parent believes in discipline in the classroom, except when it comes to their child.
Yeah.
And the third thing we'd like to see is some kind of a pay-for-performance plan that compensates our best teachers and principals appropriately, and makes it easier for superintendents and principals to remove from the classroom that small percentage of teachers who really are ineffective. And you know, we would look at multiple measures of evaluating the efficiency or effectiveness of a teacher. You know, how much do students learn? You know, where were they at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year? Principals have a pretty good idea of who their best teachers are. Other teachers know who their best teachers are. So we would look at multiple measures of effectiveness in designing a compensation system for our teachers and principals.
Last question I'm going to ask you, and I think you've probably contemplated this just like we have. You know, you look over across the state and there are 86 school districts. The question would be, if we're trying to save money and put it in the classroom, or should we review consolidation of school districts, particularly in light of some of the school districts, going back to the old agrarian industrial days that we had, are small schools having probably 700-800 kids totally. And then you look at a school district like Lexington or Greenville's got 60 or 70,000 or 25 or 30,000. Or is economy of scale, where do we decide where the consolidation should be and should it be done?
I'd make 3 points. First of all, we've got some school districts that are way too small and have no efficiencies, no economies of scale. We have 9 school districts with fewer than 1,000 students. Next point I would make is that consolidation is a local decision. And that, you know, that's not a decision that's made here in Columbia, but the local legislative delegation, or if 2 school districts decide to merge, that's a local decision. Third thing I'd make is if these districts want to be able to direct more money to the classroom because they've saved money by eliminating excess administration, and we do have excess administrative overhead, then our department would be happy to help with that merger. We've seen time and again that the single most important factor after the home environment is the man or woman standing in front of the classroom. Teachers are to education what doctors are to medicine, the providers of the service for which the institution exists. Let's invest in our teachers, not in administration, who really don't, they perform an important function, but very few of them get to teach a child.
Well, that's a great comment to close on. Mr. Superintendent, thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Thank you for joining us today, and please join us for our next CEO Corner.